My name is Ethan Cole, I said quietly, staring at my reflection in the mirror. Just Ethan, nothing special. No one was there to hear me, but I still said it out loud. Maybe I needed to remind myself that I still existed. You're going to be late. Victoria's voice came from behind me, sharp and distant. I turned. I'm ready. She didn't even look at me. She adjusted her earrings, her expression calm, perfect, unreadable. Then stopped standing there and move. I nodded. Right? We walked out together, but it didn't feel like we were together. It hadn't felt that way in a long time. Do you remember, I said softly as we got into the car, the first gala we attended? Victoria sighed. Ethan, not now. We laughed the whole night, I continued, ignoring her tone. You were nervous, and you held my hand. That was years ago, she cut in. Things are different now. I looked at her. Different, or just colder? She didn't answer. She just stared out the window. The silence felt louder than any argument. When we arrived at the venue, everything looked perfect. Lights, music, people in expensive suits and dresses. Victoria stepped out of the car like she owned the world. And maybe she did. I followed behind her, adjusting my jacket. Victoria, a man called out. She smiled instantly. A real smile, not the empty one she gave me. Daniel, she said warmly. I stopped a few steps away, watching. Daniel Cross walked up, confident, charming. You look stunning tonight. Victoria laughed softly. Flattery won't get you a better deal. Who said I was negotiating? He replied. I stepped closer. Hey, Daniel glanced at me. Oh, and you are? I froze for a second. Victoria spoke before I could. He's with the staff. Something inside me cracked. With the staff. I repeated, my voice low. She didn't even look at me. Yes, he helps occasionally. Daniel nodded, already losing interest. Got it. I forced a smile. Right. Staff. Victoria walked away with him, continuing their conversation like nothing had happened. I stood there alone. Ethan. I turned. Lena Brooks looked at me with concern. I saw that. I shrugged. Saw what? Don't do that, she said. Don't pretend it didn't hurt. It didn't, I lied. She crossed her arms. She just introduced you as staff. I heard her, I said quietly. Then why are you standing here like it's normal? I let out a breath. Because maybe it is. Ethan, she's a CEO, I said. She has an image to maintain. And you're her husband, Lena shot back. I looked down. Yeah, I was. You still are. Does she know that? I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. Lena didn't answer. I tried talking to her. I continued. Every time, she shuts me out. Then stop letting her treat you like this. I gave a weak smile. If it were that easy, I would have done it already. Do you still love her? Lena asked softly. I hesitated. I don't know anymore. That's not true. I looked at her. It's just harder to recognize now. Lena sighed. You deserve better. Maybe, I said. But she used to be better too. Across the room, I saw Victoria laughing again, this time with Daniel. I remembered when she used to laugh like that with me. Ethan, a deep voice called. I turned. Mr. Hale. Victoria's father stood there, his expression stern as always. You're here, he said. Yes, sir. He looked me up and down. I didn't expect you to attend. I'm her husband, I said. He raised an eyebrow. Are you? I clenched my fists. Last I checked. He stepped closer. You don't belong in her world, Ethan. I'm aware, I replied. Then why are you still holding on? I swallowed. Because I made a promise. To her, he asked. To myself, I said. He shook his head. You're wasting your time. Maybe, I admitted. But it's my time to waste. He stared at me for a moment, then turned and walked away. Great talk, I muttered under my breath. Lena stepped beside me again. He's impossible. Runs in the family, I said. She gave me a look. That wasn't funny. I wasn't joking. Music started playing, and people began moving toward the dance floor. Are you going to ask her? Lena asked. I followed her gaze to Victoria. I don't think she'd say yes, I replied. You won't know unless you try. I hesitated, then took a deep breath. Okay. I walked toward Victoria. Victoria, I said. She turned slightly annoyed. What is it? Dance with me, I said. She glanced at Daniel, then back at me. I'm busy. It's one dance. I said I'm busy. Daniel smirked slightly. Maybe another time, man. I looked at him. I wasn't asking you. Victoria sighed. Ethan, don't make a scene. A scene. I repeated. I'm asking my wife to dance. She froze for a second, then lowered her voice. Not here. Why not? Because it's not appropriate. I laughed bitterly. Right. Because I'm just staff. Her eyes flashed. You're overreacting. Am I? I asked. Yes. Then tell me. I said, my voice shaking. What am I to you? She looked away. Not now. Then when? I pressed. Later, she said. You always say that, I replied. But later never comes. Daniel cleared his throat. Maybe you should. Stay out of this, I snapped. Victoria's expression hardened. That's enough. For who? I asked. For me? Or for you? She didn't answer. I stepped back. I get it. Ethan. No, I said. I finally get it. I turned and walked away before she could say anything else. Ethan. Lena called after me. I stopped near the bar. You okay? She asked. I picked up 2 glasses of wine. Define okay. She sighed. You need to leave. I can't, I said. Not yet. Why? I looked at the crowd. Because a part of me still hopes she'll come after me. Lena's expression softened. And if she doesn't, I swallowed. Then I'll know for sure. We stood there in silence. Minutes passed. Then more. Victoria never came. I let out a quiet laugh. Guess that answers it. Lena placed a hand on my arm. Ethan, I'm tired, I said. Tired of chasing someone who won't even turn around. Then stop, she said gently. I nodded slowly. Maybe I will. Across the room, Victoria walked past me again. She didn't stop. She didn't look at me. She didn't even hesitate. I stood there, holding 2 glasses of wine, while my own wife walked past me like I was invisible. I didn't sleep that night. I sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the empty space beside me. She didn't even notice, I whispered to myself. The door opened behind me. You're still awake? Victoria asked. I didn't turn. Where were you? Work, she replied flatly. All night. Yes. I laughed quietly. You didn't even text. I didn't think I had to report my schedule to you. I stood up slowly and faced her. I'm your husband. And, she said. And that should mean something. She walked past me, setting her bag down. Ethan, I'm tired. I'm too, I said. Tired of being ignored. She rubbed her temples. Not this again. Yes, this again, I snapped. Because nothing changes. She turned to me, her expression cold. What exactly do you want from me? I want you to look at me like I matter, I said. Just once. She stared at me in silence. Why do you act like you don't know me? I asked. Her answer came without hesitation. Because you don't fit into my world anymore. The words hit harder than I expected. So that's it, I said. I just don't belong. She sighed. Ethan, you're making this emotional. Because it is emotional, I shouted. Lower your voice, she said sharply. Or what? I asked. You'll pretend I don't exist again? She didn't respond. That's what you do best, right? I continued. Ignore me until I go away. I have responsibilities, she said. You wouldn't understand. Try me, I said. You can't even handle a simple event without causing a scene, she replied. I stared at her. A scene? You call me staff. You're exaggerating. I was standing right there, I said. I heard every word. She crossed her arms. It wasn't important. It was to me. Well, it shouldn't be, she said. I felt something break inside me again. Do you even hear yourself? I asked. Yes, she replied calmly. Do you? I stepped back, shaking my head. I don't recognize you anymore. She picked up her phone. People change. Not like this, I said. She didn't answer. Do you still love me? I asked quietly. She paused for a second, then kept scrolling. That's what I thought, I said. I walked out of the room before she could say anything else. Ethan, she called, but I didn't stop. The next morning, I found myself sitting in a small cafe. Rough night, Lena asked, placing a cup in front of me. You could say that. What happened? I sighed. I asked her why she treats me like a stranger. And she said I don't fit into her world anymore. Lena's eyes widened. She actually said that, word for word. That's cruel. I think it's honest, I said. Honest doesn't mean right, she replied. I took a sip of coffee. I don't even know what I'm holding on to anymore. Then let go. It's not that simple. It is, she insisted. You're just scared. Of what? Of losing her. I looked down. I think I already have. Lena softened. Then why stay? Because a part of me still hopes she'll come back. She won't, Lena said gently. You don't know that. I know people like her, she replied. They don't look back. I didn't respond. Ethan, she said, you deserve someone who sees you. I used to have that, I whispered. Then what changed? I don't know, I admitted. Maybe I did. Maybe she did. Maybe we both did. Or maybe she just stopped caring, Lena said. Her words lingered longer than I expected. Later that day, I went to Victoria's office. The receptionist hesitated. Do you have an appointment? I'm her husband, I said. She gave me an awkward smile. Please wait. I sat down, feeling out of place. Ethan, a soft voice called. I looked up. Clara Benson approached me, holding a folder. You came. Is she busy? I asked. Clara hesitated. She's in a meeting with Daniel. I asked. She looked away. Yes. How long? Hours, she admitted. I nodded slowly. Do they always work this late? Sometimes, she said carefully. Just sometimes. Clara sighed. Ethan, I don't think I should be saying this. Please, I said. Just be honest with me. She hesitated again. They've been spending a lot of time together. How much time? Late nights. Private meetings. Trips. I felt my chest tighten. Work trips. Not always, she said quietly. I laughed bitterly. Of course. Ethan, I don't think. It's fine, I cut her off. I needed to hear it. Are you sure? She asked. No, I admitted. But it doesn't change anything. Clara looked at me with sympathy. You don't deserve this. Neither did the old me, I said. She didn't reply. Can I go in? I asked. Clara hesitated. They asked not to be disturbed. I stood up. I'm not asking. I walked toward the office before she could stop me. Voices came from inside. He's becoming a problem, Daniel said. I know, Victoria replied. Then fix it. I will. How? He asked. There was a pause. Then I heard her say it. He's just a mistake I haven't fixed yet. Everything inside me went silent. Daniel chuckled. You should have handled that earlier. I didn't think it would become this complicated, she said. Well, now it is, he replied. I stepped back, my hand trembling on the door. A mistake. That's what I was to her. Not a husband. Not a partner. Just a mistake. I turned and walked away before they could see me. Ethan, Clara called softly. I didn't stop. I walked out of the building, my mind completely empty. Later that evening, my phone rang. Hey, Ryan's voice came through. Hey, you sound off, he said. What's going on? Nothing, I replied. Don't lie to me, he said. I know you. I sighed. It's Victoria. What did she do this time? She didn't do anything, I said. That's the problem. What do you mean? I heard her today, I said, talking about me. And I swallowed. She called me a mistake. There was silence on the other end. She said that. Ryan asked. Yeah. Then why are you still there? He demanded. I don't know. Yes, you do, he said. You're afraid to leave. Maybe. Ethan, he said firmly. You're losing yourself. I already did, I replied. No, he said. You're still there. You just need to walk away. It's not that easy. It is, he insisted. You just have to choose yourself for once. I didn't respond. Do you think she would fight for you? He asked. I thought about it. No, I said. Then why are you fighting for her? I closed my eyes. Because I remember who she used to be. And she remembers who you used to be, Ryan said. A man she could ignore. That's not fair, I said. Neither is what she's doing to you, he replied. I let out a long breath. I'm tired, Ryan. Then stop, he said. I don't know how. Start by leaving, he said. The call ended, but his words stayed with me. That night, I sat alone again. The house felt colder than ever. She called me a mistake, I whispered. I waited for the pain to hit me. For tears. For anger. But nothing came. Just emptiness. I looked around the room, at the life I had built with her. It was never real, I said quietly. Or maybe it was. Just not anymore. I stood up and walked to the window. I don't belong here, I admitted. For the first time, I didn't argue with that thought. I didn't try to fix it. I just accepted it. I didn't cry that night, I said softly. I just stopped feeling like I belonged anywhere. I stood in the middle of the living room, staring at everything that used to feel like home. Is this really it? I asked myself. No answer came. I walked slowly toward the bedroom. Victoria wasn't home again. Of course she's not, I muttered. I opened the closet and looked at my clothes. I don't need much, I said quietly. I grabbed a small bag and started packing. Shirts, a jacket, a few personal things. That's enough, I whispered. My hand stopped for a second. Am I really doing this? I took a deep breath. Yes. I sat on the edge of the bed and pulled out a piece of paper. A letter, I said. Just something simple. I stared at the blank page. What do I even say? I picked up the pen and started writing. I'm leaving. I paused. That sounds cold, I said. I crossed it out. I can't stay anymore. I stopped again. It doesn't matter how I say it, I whispered. She won't feel anything anyway. I kept writing. I tried. I really did. But I can't keep pretending that this marriage still exists. You stopped seeing me a long time ago. So now, I'm finally leaving. Not because I hate you, but because I can't keep hurting like this. I stared at the words. That's enough, I said. I folded the paper and placed it on the nightstand, right where she would see it, or maybe ignore it. I stood up and looked around one last time. This place was never mine, I said quietly. My phone buzzed. Lena, I read. I hesitated, then answered. Hey, I said. Ethan, where are you? She asked. At home. Are you okay? I don't know, I admitted. What does that mean? It means I'm done, I said. There was a pause. Done with what? With everything, I replied. Ethan, don't say that. I'm leaving, I said. Leaving where? She asked quickly. I don't know yet. Then don't go, she said. At least not like this. Like what? Without telling her. Without talking. I let out a breath. Talking doesn't change anything. It might, she insisted. No, I said. It won't. You don't know that. I do, I replied. I've tried enough. Ethan, please, she said. Stay one more night. Think about it. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Then let me come over, she said. We can talk. No, I said gently. Why not? Because if you come here, I might change my mind. And that's a bad thing? She asked. It is for me, I said. She went quiet. I need to do this, I continued. For myself. What if you regret it? She asked softly. I already regret staying this long, I replied. Ethan, I didn't want it to end like this, I said. But it already ended. I just didn't leave. Lena sighed. You're really going, aren't you? Yes. Then at least tell me where you'll be. I'll call you, I said. When I figure it out. That's not enough, she replied. It has to be, I said. There was silence. I'm scared for you, she whispered. I'm scared too, I admitted. Then don't go alone. I have to, I said. Another long pause. Okay, she said finally. But promise me something. What? Don't disappear completely. I hesitated. I can't promise that. Ethan, I'm sorry, I said. I ended the call before she could say anything else. I can't look back, I whispered. I picked up my bag and walked toward the door. My hand stopped on the handle. This is it, I said. I looked back one last time. No more waiting, I added. I opened the door and stepped outside. The night air felt different. Colder. Free. I didn't want revenge. I just wanted to stop hurting, I said softly. I closed the door behind me, and I didn't turn back. Hours later, I sat at a quiet bus station. Ticket, the clerk asked. One way, I said. Where to? I hesitated. Anywhere far, I replied. He frowned. I need a destination. I thought for a second. Chicago, I said. He nodded. That'll do. I paid and took the ticket. Departure in 30 minutes, he said. Thanks. I sat down and stared at the paper in my hand. This is real, I said. My phone buzzed again. Unknown number. Hello. I answered. Ethan Cole, a voice asked. Yes. This is Marcus Reed. I froze. Marcus. Long time, he said. How did you get my number? Mutual contacts, he replied. I heard things aren't going well. I laughed quietly. That's one way to put it. You still looking for a fresh start? He asked. I leaned back. Maybe. I've got an opportunity, he said. New city. New work. No connections to your past. That sounds convenient, I said. It's real, he replied. But you have to decide now. I looked at my ticket. I already bought one, I said. Then you're already halfway there, Marcus said. Where exactly is this opportunity? New York, he replied. I smiled faintly. Bigger than Chicago. Bigger future too, he said. I thought for a moment. All right, I said. I'm in. Good, he replied. I'll send you the details. The call ended. New York, I repeated. For the first time in a long time, I felt something close to hope. Days later, I heard about what happened after I left. Not directly. Through messages, calls, fragments. Ethan, where are you? Lena's voice echoed in a voicemail. Call me back, Ryan said in another. Then one message stood out. Victoria reported you missing. I stared at the screen. She noticed, I said quietly, but it felt strange. Too late. I imagined her standing in that empty house. Ethan, she would call. No answer. Her finding the letter, reading it, or maybe just skimming it. Why now? I whispered. Another message came through. She's looking for you. I closed my eyes. She didn't look when I was right there, I said. I turned off my phone. I can't go back, I whispered. Somewhere else, in a place that didn't know my name, I stood alone again. But this time it felt different. I'm still here, I said. Not as her husband. Not as a mistake. Just me. I took a deep breath. For the first time in years. I chose myself, I said, and then I vanished. I didn't turn my phone on for 3 days. Do it, I told myself, staring at the black screen. Face it. I pressed the button. Messages flooded in instantly. Ethan, answer me. Where are you? This isn't funny. Call me back. I let out a slow breath. So, she noticed. I scrolled further. Missed calls. Dozens. Voicemails. I played one. Ethan, pick up, Victoria's voice said. We need to talk. I laughed quietly. Now you want to talk? Another message came in. You're not at the apartment. Where did you go? I shook my head. You never came home before. Now you're checking. I locked the phone again. No, I said. Not yet. Focus, Marcus said, sliding a file toward me. I am, I replied. You're staring at nothing. I'm thinking, I said. About her. I didn't answer. Marcus leaned back. You won't move forward if you keep looking back. I'm not looking back, I said. I'm just adjusting. Adjustment doesn't look like distraction, he replied. I picked up the file. What's this? Your first project, he said. You handle it, you stay. And if I don't, you go back to whatever you ran from, he said calmly. I met his eyes. I'm not going back. Then prove it, he said. I nodded. I will. Later that night, I turned my phone on again. More messages. Ethan, this isn't like you. Where are you staying? Answer me. Then one stood out. I went to the office. They said you haven't been there. I whispered, of course I haven't. Another message followed. I checked your records. You resigned. I smirked slightly. Not exactly. I had erased myself quietly. No notice. No trace. Just gone. Now you're looking, I said. I typed a message, then deleted it. No, I said. You don't get answers that easily. I imagined her walking into the apartment. Ethan, she would call. Silence. Her opening the bedroom door. Empty. Her seeing the letter. What is this? She would whisper. I closed my eyes. She finally looked, and I wasn't there. I said. Lunch? Marcus asked. Sure, I said. We sat across from each other. You're different today, he said. Ow. More focused, he replied. I have to be, I said. Or I'll lose everything again. Marcus nodded. Good answer. I took a sip of water. What made you call me? I knew you'd reach a breaking point, he said. You sound confident. I've seen it before, he replied. People like you either stay and break, or leave and rebuild. And you? I laughed, he said. I smiled faintly. Guess I picked the right option. Not yet, he corrected. You're still proving it. I will, I said. That evening, I listened to another voicemail. Ethan, Victoria's voice sounded different. Where are you? I stayed silent. You left your things, she said. Why? I shook my head. You really don't know? Her voice softened. If this is about the gala. I stopped the recording. Still clueless, I said. Another voicemail played. Ethan, I read the letter, she said. What do you mean you can't stay? I whispered, exactly what I wrote. Then came another. This isn't like you. You don't just leave. I laughed bitterly. I just did. Days passed. Work filled my time. Good job, Marcus said, reviewing my report. That's it, I asked. You want praise? He replied. No. Then take the result, he said. You're improving. I nodded. I feel it. That's because you're not carrying dead weight anymore, he said. I paused. Dead weight. Pain. Doubt. Dependency, he listed. I leaned back. You're not wrong. You miss her, he asked. I thought for a moment. I miss who she was, I said. Not who she became. That's progress, Marcus said. I guess. Another message came through. This one from Clara. Ethan, she's not okay. I stared at the screen. What does that mean? I muttered. Another message followed. She's been asking everyone about you. I typed back. Why? Clara replied quickly. Because she can't find you. I exhaled slowly. Good. Then another message came. I told her something. I frowned. What? Clara's reply came after a pause. I told her. You didn't lose him. You pushed him away. I closed my eyes. Thank you. I typed. She didn't argue, Clara added. That's new, I said. She just stood there, Clara wrote. Like she finally understood. Too late, I replied. Later, Ryan called. You finally picked up, he said. Yeah. She's been calling me too, he added. I figured. She's panicking, he said. Good, I replied. That's cold, Ryan said. Not colder than what she did to me, I said. He sighed. Are you coming back? No, ever. I hesitated. I don't know. You sound different, he said. I am. Ow, I'm not waiting anymore, I said. Ryan went quiet. That's good. I wasn't the same man who begged for love anymore, I said. I'm proud of you, he replied. Thanks. From what I heard, things weren't going well for her. She's arguing with Daniel, Clara told me. About what? I asked. Everything, she said. Decisions. Deals. You. Me. I repeated. He says you were a liability, Clara said. I laughed. Of course he does. And she didn't agree, Clara added. I paused. That's surprising. She's changing, Clara said. Or breaking, I replied. Maybe both, she said. Another update came. Her father visited, Clara said. I frowned. Mr. Hale? Yes. What did he say? He told her you were never good enough, Clara replied. I clenched my jaw. That sounds like him. And she didn't defend you, Clara added. I exhaled. Of course she didn't. But she didn't agree either, Clara said. I stayed silent. Then came the twist. Ethan, Clara messaged urgently. Something's wrong. What happened? Daniel, she replied. He's been moving company funds. I sat up. What? He's been planning this for months, she said. Using her trust. I laughed quietly. Karma works fast. She just found out, Clara added. And she's furious, Clara said. And she mentioned you. Why me? She said you would have seen it, Clara replied. I closed my eyes. Too late, I whispered. There's more, Clara said. What? She found something else. My heart slowed. What? A record, she said. Your new employment. I froze. Ow, I asked. Daniel's investigation, she replied. He was tracking loose ends. And now she knows? I asked. Yes. I leaned back, staring at the ceiling. So she found me. I said. What are you going to do? Clara asked. I stayed silent. For the first time since I left. I felt something shift again. She's coming, I whispered. And this time, I wasn't sure if I was ready. Ethan. I froze the moment I heard her voice. Slowly, I turned around. Victoria, I said. She stood a few steps away, breathing unevenly. I've been looking for you everywhere. I looked at her for a long second. You didn't even see me when I was right in front of you. Her eyes trembled. I know. Do you? I asked. I do now, she said. I nodded slightly. That's the problem. She stepped closer. Why did you leave like that? I let out a quiet breath. Because staying hurt more. You could have talked to me, she said. I tried, I replied. You just didn't listen. Her voice cracked. I would have. No, I said firmly. You wouldn't have. She shook her head. You don't know that. I do, I said. Because I was there. Every time I spoke, you shut me down. She looked away. I was under pressure. I was your husband, I said. Not your inconvenience. I never said that. You didn't have to, I replied. Silence stretched between us. I read your letter, she said softly. And I asked. I didn't understand it at first, she admitted. But now I do. Now, I repeated. After I'm gone? Yes, she whispered. I nodded slowly. That sounds about right. She stepped even closer. Everything is falling apart. I crossed my arms. That's not my problem anymore. It is if you still care, she said. I looked at her carefully. Do you? Her lips parted. I don't. I cut her off. Don't say it unless you mean it. I do mean it, she insisted. Then where was it before? I asked. She didn't answer. I sighed. Exactly. She wiped her eyes. Daniel betrayed me. I heard, I said. He's been stealing from the company, she continued. Using my trust. And you didn't see it, I replied. Her voice dropped. You would have. Maybe, I said. But you stopped listening to me a long time ago. I was wrong, she admitted. That's not enough, I said. I lost everything, she whispered. I shook my head. No, you didn't lose everything. She looked at me. What do you mean? You lost control, I said. That's different. And you, she said quietly. I lost you. I held her gaze. You didn't lose me. You let me go. Her shoulders trembled. I didn't know I was losing you. I exhaled slowly. That's the part that hurts the most. I'm sorry, she said. I didn't respond. I mean it, she continued. I didn't see what I had until it was gone. I looked away. That's how it usually works. She reached out slightly. Ethan. I stepped back. Don't. Her hand froze midair. I didn't come here for this, I said. Then why did you come? She asked. I didn't, I replied. You found me. She nodded slowly. I wasn't going to stop. I know, I said. Then say something, she pleaded. Anything. I took a deep breath. What do you want me to say? That you still care, she said. I paused. I do, I admitted. Her eyes lit up slightly. But not the way you think, I added. The light faded. I care about what we had, I said. Not what we became. She swallowed hard. Can't we fix it? I shook my head. No. Why not? She asked. Because I already tried, I said. Alone. I'm here now, she insisted. And I'm not the same person anymore, I replied. She looked at me, searching. What changed? Me, I said simply. Ethan, a calm voice called. I turned slightly. Sophia. Victoria looked between us. Who is she? This is Sophia Lane, I said. A friend. Sophia nodded politely. Nice to meet you. Victoria forced a small smile. You too. Sophia glanced at me. Do you need more time? I shook my head. No, it's fine. She stepped back. I'll be nearby. Thank you, I said. Victoria watched her leave. You seem different with her. I'm just myself, I said. And you weren't with me? She asked. I met her eyes. I couldn't be. Why? Because I was too busy trying to be enough for you, I replied. Her expression broke again. You were enough. Then why did you treat me like I wasn't? I asked. She had no answer. I don't blame you anymore, I said. You don't? She asked quietly. No, I replied. I understand now. Understand what? That I stayed longer than I should have, I said. She looked down. So this is it? Yes, I said. No second chance? She asked. I hesitated for a second. Then I shook my head. No. Tears fell down her face. I was going to fix everything. I know, I said. But I'm too late, she whispered. Yes, I replied. She took a shaky breath. Say my name one more time. I frowned slightly. Why? Because you used to say it like it mattered, she said. I looked at her for a long moment. Victoria, I said softly. She closed her eyes. I'm sorry, she whispered again. I nodded. Take care of yourself. I turned to leave. Ethan, she called. I stopped but didn't turn around. I really did love you, she said. I smiled faintly. I know. Then I walked away. Sophia looked at me as I approached. You okay? She asked. Yeah, I said. Are you sure? I nodded. I am now. She studied my face. You look lighter. I feel lighter, I admitted. Closure, she asked. Something like that, I said. We started walking. You didn't seem angry, she said. I'm not, I replied. Not even a little. No, I said. Anger would mean I'm still stuck. And you're not. I shook my head. Not anymore. She smiled gently. That's good. I didn't need her apology anymore. I'd already healed without it, I said. Sophia nodded. That's real strength. I don't know about strength, I said. Just peace. That's better, she replied. Later that night, I sat alone again. But this time, it felt different. No emptiness. No silence that hurt. Just calm. She came all this way, I said quietly. And it still wasn't enough. I leaned back and closed my eyes. I guess some things can't be fixed, I added. My phone buzzed. A message from Victoria. I understand now. I won't disturb you again. Take care, Ethan. I stared at the screen. I typed back. You too. I didn't add anything else. I didn't need to. I put the phone down. It's over, I said. Not with pain. Not with anger. Just over. I stood up and looked out the window. A new life waited ahead. And for once, I was ready for it. She finally said my name like it mattered. But by then, I had already learned how to live without hearing it.